we have just under an hour now, and this is a very packed agenda. I will do a little introduction on the facts, and also the State of Colorado Office of Economic Development and Trade. And we have Maricela, who's going to be presenting on the grant for us. Please, listen in, take notes, ask questions. We'll have a question session towards her at the end of her presentation. She will do an overview of the DIB application process, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. We will have a poll just to assess how this call or this webinar is going for you, and we'll have some next steps and some announcements that are coming up on the East Colfax side. And finally, we'll do giveaways. We have some great giveaways. So these giveaways is for business owners, and I encourage you to stay until the end of the hour so that we can, hopefully you win some gifts. Before we jump into the grant, our Executive Director, Monica Martinez, will do an overview of the FACTS partnership.
Hi, everybody. My name's Monica Martinez, and I'm the Executive Director of the FACTS, and you just met lovely Sabe Kemmer. She is our Business Outreach Manager. Amlaku Eshti is also on the call. He works with the FACTS and he does business outreach as well. Sabe speaks Oromo and Swahili, and Amlaku speaks French and Amharic. So if you know folks in that community who need some assistance, please reach out to us. Veronica Conchas is our outreach assistant and our producer today. And Antoinette West manages a collaborative with other nonprofits to help the East Colfax corridor. And then Mariana Ledesma is also on the call, and she's our outreach manager. And so what we're all about is engaging the East Colfax corridor. But if you are not an East Colfax business, that is fine. Stay on the call. You can even win a $100 gift card to King Soopers if you stay on to the end. And we're all about helping East Colfax businesses and residents stay in this community that they love. So yeah, let me hand it over to Maricela. She's going to present on this really great opportunity for businesses that can help you get up to $10,000 in grants. Take it over, Maricela. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you to your organization to organize this for us. We are trying to, I'm going to make a presentation about the disproportionately impacted business grant that we have been running for a little while. And we wanted to encourage and try to answer all your questions about the application to this grant that in the beginning will be closing this Sunday at 5 p.m. But we wanted to answer any questions that you have, so try to make it as easy as possible. We have some changes since the first time of the opening of the grant. So I'm going to explain a little bit what have been changed to make it this more accessible for people that really, in businesses that really need it. So I am Maricela Parrayes, and I am a program manager of the Disproportionately Impacted Business Fund. And can we go to the first slide? Thank you. So the Disproportionately Impacted Business, we call it DIB Relief Fund. It is a grant that has been done for the Office of Economic Development and International Trade that we call OEDIT. It is a grant that was created for the Statute 21001 that has approximately 1.7 million allocated just to the grant fund to give small grants for businesses that have been having problems with the COVID period. So we intended with this money to support Colorado businesses that have received very minimal or small grants or loans in less than $20,000 in the federal loans. So this time, this is has been changed a little bit in respect to the first round. We are considering now only the federal money that has been receiving every business. We're not considering the state or the local money. So those that have received less than $20,000 for any federal fund are applicable for this fund. We intended to support those businesses that are mostly economically challenging areas like the enterprise zones, opportunity zone, and hub zone. So it is directed to this area. Within the application, you will see that we are asking questions about if you are you belong to these areas with your business or your personal address, and you will have links in there to certify that. But it's not just that, there are other qualifications that I'm going to explain later on. So the awards amount intended in this grant is between $1,500 and $10,000 per business. In that, it will depend on the amount of losses that you have in your business. So this is the second round of the application, as we said before. It opened already on November 5th and will be open for now until November 21st. The organizations that are involved in this grant are the Colorado Enterprise Fund, that are the program administrators. So all the applications are going through their website and their administration. They host the application documentation collection, and they review all the applications and documents to determine eligibility. So they will be receiving all your documents, and they will review against to the eligibilities that we are going to talk after this. And they distribute also the awards associated with the 1099. They will be given this document after the next year, the beginning of this year, because these are taxable. This type of grants are considered as an income, so they are taxable. You will need your 1099 to do your taxes next year. OEDIT, which is the organization and the government agency that is administrating this grant, it is the program owner and take decisions for the grant award and the awards amounts. So Colorado Enterprise Fund do the review. They say these people qualify, and they pass it to us. We receive all the qualifications, and we certify how much money is going to be given to every business. And finally, we have community partners like FACS Partnership that has been helping us also to help people and businesses to make the applications, and they are involved also, and we're going to name it then afterward. Okay, eligibility criteria. This is the most important things that you need to have in mind when you are going to do your application. First of all, the business needs to be in good standing with the Colorado Secretary of State. You need to send your certification that you have it from there, that you are up to date with the Secretary of State. Second of all, this grant has been done for every business that have been created before January 1st, 2020, and is still in operations. This is very important. We can consider any business after that time, because the goal for this grant is to finance people that have been losses during COVID. So they were created before the COVID, and they have problems for operations during this hard time everybody are having. So important, January 1st, 2020 is the time before that to create it, and also needs to be still in operations. If they were not able to continue working, that is not eligible for today also. They need to have all their current taxes up to date. So we just finished the period for the 2020 taxes that needs to be filed by October 15th. So we are mandatory requiring that every business applying to this grant need to show the tax returns for 2019 and 2020, okay? And then at least have one full-time employee, which means that could be the owner of the business, but the owner needs to be dedicated at least 40 hours per week to the business. That means a full-time employee. And from one person full-time in there, that will be eligible also. With respect of the COVID impact requirements, needs to be at least 10% decline in revenue or income due to COVID-19. So here the comparison would be 2019 with 2020, or 2020 with 2021. You need to have a decline in revenue or income at least 10%. And this has been changed also with respect to the first round of the application. Before was 20%. We lowered that so we can have more applicants, hopefully at the end of this round. At least 1,500 total economic harm from COVID-19. That means that this 10% of loss needs to be at least a minimum of $1,500 in loss. And finally, we referred to this before, that they need to have receiving only less than 20,000 in federal funds money for COVID relief. Okay. Other parts of the eligibility are according to the statute, we have 7 qualifications that it says that a business applying to this fund needs to have at least one of these requirements, just one. If the business are taking one of these requirements, they can apply, which is business with 5 employees or fewer, business that has minorities, women, or veteran-owned businesses. Okay, business are located in an economically distressed area. We're talking about opportunity zone, enterprise zone, so HAP zone. Like I said before, within the application, there's going to be a link where you can put your business address or your own address, and that link is going to tell you if you are located in opportunity zone, enterprise zone, or HAP zone. The other possibility is that if the business, the primary business owner lives in an economically distressed area, exactly the same like before, but it would be business address or business owner's address. The primary business owner has low or moderate personal income. What if this means that they have income of $76,000 and below? So for this, we are asking also to submit your personal tax return. So we can see there what is the level of income that the business owner have and check again to this requirement. The primary business owner has low or moderate wealth based on household net worth and statistics. And finally, the business have diminishes opportunity to access to capital. So if they have been looking to get a credit or a loan and have been rejected, there's also they will be applying or will be eligible for this fund. The required documents, I talked about this before, but it's very, very important that if you don't show these documents, you are not going to be selected or you're not going to be reviewed for this fund. So 2020 and 2019 complete federal tax return of the business. With this, we can calculate the losses that needs to be at least 10% lower or 1,500 as a loss. And if you are applying for a Schedule C, we need the complete Schedule C and supporting documents for that. If you are going to apply, compare losses between 2020 and 2019, we need the complete personal tax return of the primary business owner. I explained this, we need to check about the income of the business owner, the level of income. The current year to date, 2021 income statement. This is for those businesses that want to apply for losses between 2020 and 2021. We don't have the tax return yet for the 2021, of course, so we will take the income statement to make the comparison for those that are applying for this last period. Then a copy of valid government ID of the primary business owner. Here is very important. It is a list within the application, and it's a list of several type of IDs that they can show, starting from a driver's license from Colorado and other ones, but it needs to be one of the IDs that are listed in the application. And finally, we need the current signed W-9 for the business and needs to be signed and dated to send it to us. The award criteria. So this is very simple. We review all the documents and we check if the applicant meet with all the eligibility requirements. This is done by Colorado Enterprise Fund. And if it's yes, they submit this award to OEDIT, and OEDIT take the decision with all the people that would be eligible. If you don't have, again, if you don't have any of the other documents, you won't be considered for awards. So it's important to check all the documents that you need to put in there. Also, if there are enough funds to award all eligible business, the grant fund will close upon distribution of awards. So we are doing this second round because we have some funds left after the first round. So, but it can happen that if all the eligible businesses in this round are equal to the money that we have available, there's not going to be another round of of open applications. But if it is, we can open it again. But again, we have been receiving a good amount of applications, but so this is the time to do it where it's not sure that we are going to open it again. Okay, application tips. This is very important to get it before you are going to your the application website. So get all the documents ready in a digital format before beginning the application. You need to pass, even if it's a picture of your documents, but please, especially the tax return, needs to be all the pages of the tax return documents, so we can review it very carefully, everything that you are presenting. If the documents are password protected, please remove the password so the people at Colorado Enterprise Fund have the ability to see everything that you are sending. Then sign and date the W-9. It's important. Many people forget about this, but needs to be signed at the bottom of the document and dated so we can make it valid. You may save and return to the application at any time. So you can go to the application page, you start your application, and you need to record it. You need to record that. So then you can come back and continue your application. It's not necessary to do it all at once, but please save your work in there so you will be able to come back. And then provide all the pages of the tax return. Again, that is very important. We need to review the whole tax documents. And finally, for those that are going to receive a grant, after they are confirmed, we will need the Banky ACH information to send the money that they receive for the award. Like I said before, we have some partners that are helping businesses to apply for those that have problems or is more difficult to get into. We have, of course, the FACS partnership offering their help to do the application, and all these other institutions that are in different languages and can help you to make the whole application. The whole contact information for each of these institutions, it is on the website. So this is just the short list, but they have it, all the information, who to call, who to send the email, so you can ask for help to do the application, including the SBDCs, the small development centers in the whole state. Finally, here are the links to the application. Like I said, the application is in the Colorado Enterprise Fund webpage. You can go there and put DIB Grant, and you are going to find the landing page and the application, which is in English and Spanish. The whole application is also in Spanish. So for those that cannot do it in English, they will be able to do it in Spanish too. The timeline that we are working here, it will be November 5th, was already open, the application. We are closing for now on November 21st at 5 p.m., which is a Sunday. This coming Sunday at 5 p.m. will be closed. And then we are expecting to try to announce the grants by the week of December 6th, and to disburse or to send the money out to the winners of the amount of the fund. It will be on the week of December 13th. So before Christmas, that would be a good gift too. And that's it. I can say we are open for any questions. You can make questions also to me or people at the Colorado Enterprise Fund at the email, which is dibgrant@coloradoenterprisefund.org. Any other questions that you can have? We are recommending people to apply as soon as possible, because there is a time that the people at Colorado Enterprise Fund review the documents. If something is missing, they will contact you and tell you you need to submit this or that. So try to make the application as soon as possible so you can give them a little more time to review your application. And if anything is missing, they can contact you back and ask for the missing documents. So we are expecting a good amount of application this time, and hopefully we will be able to disperse all the money that is available there. So yeah, I'm open for questions, Sabe, or any doubts that you can have.
Marcela, there is a question in the chat from Angel. Are there any programs that are for people who are just starting out a business, or
Yeah, in OEDIT, we manage a lot of different programs, try to help businesses, just not with grants, but loans, and also to starting a business. We are also starting a new program that I think maybe later on we can make a presentation, but the program is already open. It's called a Business Foundation Program. That program is running through the Minority Business Office, and it is a technical assistant where we are giving, putting available for all the business training in 3 areas: the legal, the accounting, and the digital tools. So the legal is for those that doesn't know how to register or to obtain their licenses for to work, or to run their business. So there's a whole different modules to learn each step by step how to get all your licenses. The second one is the accounting system, when you do a short training in different accounting and basics accounting for the business. And the third one, it is digital tools. So we do basic training and tools like how to create your LinkedIn for your business, how to create a basic website, how to create your Instagram for your business. So there is all training for that. After they finish these 3 trainings, or they are able to show some documentation that we ask, showing that they know all the legal, the basic accounting and the digital tools, they can apply for a $1,200 grant. There is a reimbursable grant, so they can pay for tools that they have been able to buy after this training. If they learn everything, the accounting, and then they contract let's say QuickBooks type of service for their business, we will be able to return your expenses on that after you install the system in your business. And the same thing for the digitals. If you are contracting somebody to do your website, or you wanted to incorporate credit card payments and you need to buy your Square machine, all of that is available, and you can apply for expenses of that up to $1,200 per business. So we can do later on with you a special website too about that program, which is very important, but that is especially designed for people that is starting businesses. It's called Business Foundation Program.
That is amazing information. I hope you all were taking notes. It is a lot of information. So if you have questions about any of the topics that Maricela has shared, please reach out to us. However way you got on this call, scroll down through your email. I'm sure there's a contact. If you forget everything that is shared here, please connect with who you received the email from.
Yeah, and sorry, Sabe, and also for other programs, please contact the OEDIT website. We have a very nice setting of all the programs existing through the agency, where you can select and filter all the information for the type of business that you are, or the type of services that you bring. So, and then they give you the whole list that the programs that you can apply for your business.
That is amazing. Thank you for sharing all of that. We at the FACS also work closely with various nonprofit organizations that support small businesses like Mikasa, where they basically what Maricela has been sharing as well, helping you start your business, helping you manage your business, as well as growing your business. So if you have questions around that, please connect with any of our staff. Any more questions? Again, this is a question session, so you are welcome to unmute and ask questions, or raise your hand, or put your questions in the chat. There is a question about programs that support veterans. Oh, Angela asked that question. Would you like to unmute yourself and ask more on that?
Yeah, I think she already answered that question.
Okay.
Great. Awesome. Any other questions? I mean, as a business owners, I'm sure you have a million questions. So if you're not thinking of questions right now and one comes up later, please connect with us. Okay, we are here to support you. Right. If there are no more burning questions, we can move to the next section.
Thank you, Saba, and always open to answer questions via email, or you can contact me.
Actually, I have a. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. Well, I have a question because it seems like this program, my business, I've applied for this program last time. I was not rewarded. So my question is, should I go back and reapply again? Because it seems like, those people you award and people you don't award. And then if the money is finished or there's more money, why don't you just go back into the application system and see those people that had applied before instead of restarting again?
The people has not been awarded in the first round is because they don't comply with the requirements. It's not just about the people that make the application. It's about to be eligible to receive the money. So we went back to all the people that already applied with the new requirements, the new changes, and we sent already the notification for them. So now, if you have been rejected and you feel that with these new requirements, you can apply, you can do an application, or just send an email to the DIB Grant at coloradoenterprisefund.org. They will be answering questions about why you had not been eligible or if you miss any documentation. But I can tell you, we went back to all these applications from the first round and we awarded all that complied with the new eligibility criteria. If you have been receive a letter that rejected, it's because you still don't comply with the eligibility.
On my case, I did not receive no letter. I did not receive nothing. Even a rejection letter telling me I was rejected, nothing.
Okay.
I don't receive anything saying anything about it.
Okay. All the business is supposed to receive a requirement. So I'm asking you if you can send me your email for the chat. I'm going to take a note and ask specifically for your application to our people, and I can give you a specific answer through your email.
Okay. I'm sending an email with my email address.
Okay, perfect.
Marisela, if you don't, Kobongo, thank you for joining us. And Kobongo is with Colorado International Flavors on East Colfax.
Sure.
Marisela, if you don't mind just going through this new criteria just one more time, I think that would be helpful because some people have joined a little later.
Okay, of course. So the new criteria for this second round is, first of all, it needs to be a business located in Colorado and it's for profits. No profits organization can apply with this. This is only for a small business located in Colorado. They need to be in good standing with the Colorado Secretary of State. This means that you need to send a certificate that you can obtain from the Secretary of State website that says that you are up to date with them. Also, you need to, the business needs to be created before January 1st, 2020. This fund is to offset losses that business had during COVID. So it needs to be a business that was created before COVID started, which we consider from January 1st, 2020. It needs to be still in operation. So if the business was working and you needed to close because of COVID, it's not applicable. It needs to be, the idea of this fund is to try to help those that have been working and continue working in the future too. You need to have all your current taxes, personal taxes and business taxes return documentation. That needs to be submitted with the application and need to be up to date, including 2019 and 2020 full tax return documentation. You need to have at least one full-time employee, which means one person dedicated at least 40 hours a week to the business and can be the business owner. So if your business is just only you can apply, but you need to be dedicating 40 hours a week to your business. And with respect to COVID impact, the losses needs to be at least 10% less than the year before. And you can, this needs to be referred of the revenue income because of COVID. That loss needs to be at least $1,500. This is the minimum amount of the grant that we can do. If it's lower than that, you're not gonna be eligible either. And finally, you need to, if you receive some help for other funds, it needs to be less than $20,000 from federal funds. We are not considering this time the state funds, only the federal funds like PPP or any other funds with the federal government needs to be lower than 20,000 already. And I think we have, the next slide is also a requirement. There you go. So, and the business need to comply with one, not all of these, but one of these criteria, which is the business needs to have fewer than 5 employees. It needs to be minority, woman, or veteran-owned business. Business is located in economical distress area. This means opportunity zone, enterprise zones, or hub zone. The business or the business owner address can be located in this area, and you can know that because in the application, we have some links where you can put your address, and it will tell you if you are located in one of these areas. The primary business owner has a low or moderate personal income below $76,000, and that's why we need your personal income tax return. Then the last one is the primary business owner has low or moderate wealth, and the business owner has diminished opportunities to access to capital. You need to comply with one of these 7 criteria for to be eligible. And that's it.
Marcela, there are a couple of questions.
Sure.
Courtney asked if you have filed your 2020 taxes, but it's still not, but it is not processed by the IRS, would you still be eligible?
Yes, you need to show and send to us the application that you did for this taxes that finished October 15, I understand. So just send the documents that you sent it for the IRS, and we will be able to see it in there. But we need a official document for 2020.
Teresa, Constance, you had your hand raised.
Hi. Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I was just gonna say to the gentleman that was asking about the application, if they will send you a rejection letter. I did get one too, but also I got another letter that says that even if you were 70%, that says even if you're rejected, the second application, you don't have to fill it up. They will go by their first application.
Excuse me, can you repeat the question? I'm not sure.
The question the gentleman asked if he was going to refill another application because he said he never received a rejection letter.
Yep.
Okay, so if you send that application in, you will receive a rejection letter if you weren't qualified. I did receive one, but when the second notice came back, they told me that even if you were rejected the first time, you don't have to redo your application over. They will still follow up with the same application that you did the first time.
Right, and that is correct. And if somebody have missing some documents or something, they receive an email to say you have been missing some document, so send it to us again. So yeah, it's like that. And anyway, I'm going to review your application. I'm going to ask them what happened with that, and I can return an email to you to know exactly what happened with it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
And also another question Courtney asked is, should I use my EIN and Social Security on the W-9 since I use my Social Security on my personal and EIN for my business tax?
that it's okay. That is fine. If you are if you have your EIN and you can send that number, that will be fine. There is a space during the application where you can write and send messages to the reviewers. So if you have this, just be sure to put this notes in the application so they can understand exactly why you submitted these documents or why not.
Great, thank you. And thank you, Marcela, for going over that eligibility portion for us again.
No problem. Thank you, Sabe and Monica, for inviting me here. And yeah, we will continue working together. Let's see if we can do later about the other programs that are coming, the technical assistance and everything for the business that you are serving today. So I would be happy to collaborate with that too.
Sounds good. Just a thank you. Just a reminder for anyone who's joined a little later. If you are using a phone, rename yourself so that we know who you are, and also put the name of your business in the chat as well. That would be great. If there aren't any more questions, we will go ahead and move next. So this is a poll. Okay, just making sure that there wasn't. Thank you. Man, I cannot pronounce that business name. If you, the business owner, please unmute yourself and say your name and your business name.
It's Le Corte Vintage.
Thank you. And your name?
Courtney.
Nice to meet you. Oh, Courtney, yes. All right. Awesome. Thank you for saying that. So this poll, you will receive, it will go one by one, and then you can just select the answer that fits your response. Veronica will put up the poll in a minute here. The first question is, was this information helpful? And yes, somewhat useful. So not so useful, or no. Please respond to that and make sure you click submit so that it gets recorded. And we'll give you all just a minute or so here. Well, not the whole minute, maybe like 10 seconds. Okay. Thank you. And yes, helpful to 100% of the participants. That's great. Wonderful. Okay. Next question. Are you planning to apply to the DIB grant? Yes, I need more information. No. And the last one is I have already applied. And just a side note, Marcela is going to jump off in a minute here. But if you have any questions, please connect with any of us. You have our contact, and we can definitely pass on your questions and answer to the best that we can of our abilities. Thank you, Marcela.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Oh, perfect. Okay. 78% of people said yes. I need more information. Oh, great. 11% of participants have already applied. That's wonderful. Please connect with us so that we can answer any questions if you have any, or if you need help with follow up with certain documents as well. We also can provide technical assistance. And we'll go to the next question. Are you interested in attending future FACTS town hall? Yes, I don't know. No. We're almost done here and getting close to the giveaways. So, okay, great. 63% of said participants say yes, and 38% don't know. No problem if you don't know. If you find any content that we sent you helpful, please do join us in the future, and also share it with your business owners or community members, because we have a lot of support, not only for businesses, but we provide residential support as well. All right, that concludes a portion of our poll. So yeah, Monica will share some of the next steps and close out here in a minute.
Yeah, and these are all the business owners that attended, so we'll be doing the drawing in a second. But we just wanted to remind you that the FACS will have office hours to help businesses with this grant. So I know one person said they needed more information before applying. So this week, from Thursday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at our offices here at 6740 East Colfax, we will be holding office hours. You can email Amlaku, that his contact info is on the slide, to schedule an appointment. And it's really important that you come with all of those documents that Maricela mentioned on the webinar. And so come by, and we have a printer here, we have a scanner, so we can scan everything and we can get your application in before Sunday's deadline. But we do encourage you to email Amlaku so that we don't have 10 people showing up at the same time. We also have a couple announcements. We are doing 2 food drives, one in November and one in December, and we'll be giving out food boxes. So if you're in need of some food during this season, please contact us. You can contact our info@thefaxdenver.com. And we are doing one event next week and the following one, and then one in December. Did you know that LEAP is now open? LEAP stands for Low Income Energy Assistance Program. So if you are a low income resident in Colorado, you can get utility assistance, and we help folks apply for that. Once again, we all know these bureaucratic applications are rather tedious, and our staff really know how to get these done quickly. So please contact us at info@thefaxdenver to get help on making that application to LEAP. And then lastly, this is really for East Colfax businesses, Kabongo, and I think Constance, I think you guys are East Colfax businesses. We're doing some focus groups this week. And Mariana, I was gonna say Mariciela, Mariana on our team is managing those. We have one this Wednesday evening at the East Fax Tap, and then one Thursday morning at our office. Both of those will have meals, and we're giving out $50 gift cards, and we're really wanting to talk to businesses about launching an international district on the East Colfax corridor.